In this video I'd like to explain to you how I think the Sea Peoples are the Pleiadian Navy or the Hebrew Navy. So who are the Sea Peoples? The Sea Peoples are a purported seafaring confederation that attacked ancient Egypt and other regions of the East Mediterranean prior to and during the Late Bronze Age collapse 1200 to 900 BC. The truth is, nobody knows who the Sea Peoples are. Their origins are uncertain. The various Sea Peoples have been proposed to have originated from places that include Western Asian Minor, the Aegean, the Mediterranean islands and the southern Europe. They invaded Anatolia, Syria, Canaan, Phoenicia, Cyprus and Egypt. These unknown peoples destroyed all known civilization. As you can see by the black dots, these are the places that were destroyed. These were all major towns, major cities. This was all recorded in Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, and the book of Joshua and Judges in the Old Testament. 1200 BC seen a drastic change that ushered in the Iron Age and brought in democracy, but not before the Dark Ages. Depicted with horns like the Vikings, even though we know they didn't wear them. Egyptian records, which refer to more than one of the 9 peoples, found in 6 different sources. From 1200 to 900 BC, this is when civilization collapsed. This is also the time period of Akhenaten, King Tut and Ramses II. This is also the time of the Exodus and also the Trojan War. The Sea People attacked in 1207 BC and again in 1177 BC, after which writings ceased everywhere apart from Egypt. The Medinet Habu inscriptions, from which the Sea People's concept was first described, remains the primary source and the basis of virtually all significant discussions of them. Ramses III was the pharaoh in charge when the final battle. Ramses wrote of 7 tribes that united against him. He was clearly dark-skinned by the pictures. The Sea People just vanished afterwards. Now, at 1200 BC, this is when all the empires start to fall. The Canaanite civilization falls, the Egyptian civilization barely holds on, and this is all in a 50-year period of each other. This ushered in the Dark Age, and it takes 200 to 300 years to recover. Then we start to see civilization reappear. We see the rise of the states in Greece. The Greek Dark Ages last from 1100 BC to 800 BC, and then the rebirth of Greece known as the Archaic period, the revival of the Greek economy, and also the cultural and political revival. Now the Achaean warriors was also pictured with horned helmets. They ruled from 1260 to 1180 BC. They also took part in the destruction of Troy. There was a lot of actual rape that went on at this time as well. You see this in Greece and in Italy. Was this the Anunnaki Navy? Also the Sabine women were raped by the founders of Rome according to its legendary history, 753 BC. Now, wherever you see horned warriors, in my opinion this is where the Hebrew or Pleiadians, this is their civilization. They was always depicted with horns. This goes to the samurai. The samurai started in 700 BC. If you notice, there's a pattern here. These civilizations start to rise about 700 BC again. Now the samurai, they lasted till 1876 AD. Different horned warriors throughout the world, the Albanians, the Teutonic Knights, the Persians. Now we all know that Vikings are always depicted with horns on their head, but didn't actually have horns on their helmets. This was just to represent them as being Pleiadian. Brahmin priests and teachers were engaged in attaining the highest spiritual knowledge. The term Brahmin meant originally one possessed of Brahman, a mysterious magical force widely known to modern anthropologists by the Malaysian word mana. So who are the Brahmin? By the end of the Vedic period dating 1500 BC to 1000 BC, the term was used for all members of the priestly class. This system, which was copied in part by other classes, has survived to this present day. The Rig Veda is the oldest and perhaps most sacred of all Hindu scriptures. It contains the mythological origin of the Brahmin. Now the Mahabharata is one of the two major Sanskrit epics of ancient India. The Mahabharata is an epic legendary narrative of the Kurukshetra wars. Brahma, is the core of the entire universe. Thus Brahma can also be described as the nucleus. Hence Brahmastra directly translates to nuclear weapon. The effects of the Brahmastra are mentioned in the epic. Mass destruction, drought, people evaporated within a minute, men and women became infertile and deformed, the nails and hair come off. There were few more powerful nuclear weapons above this. Nekata, this weapon resembles a rocket or a missile. It could be voice activated, had a rotating fiery tail and a gleaming head. It wasn't an arrow but a dart, similar to a javelin. Albeit very powerful, an intelligent machine, it pierced through the Gashrop's chest and shot to the sky. Like a rocket, it diminished into space. An artificial intelligent flying saucer, it hovers over the enemy troops and fires iron balls at those who wish to fight. The only way to survive is by bowing down before it. This machine spares those who duck down and give up before the weapon. 1,660,020,000 men have fallen in this battle. Of the heroes that have escaped, the numbers is 240,000. From the first drink, when he first dipped beneath the mantle, for the firmament's black nectar, he was destined to come. Centuries later they did come. In the most violent fashion they came, and disrupted the ways of old. And the people of the land were confined to their homes. The invaders fought one another. The invaders fought each other for the spoils of the land, for the black nectar. The gods looked sadly at what the people were doing, and took counsel among themselves for the remedy. All the while the invaders raged on. To the people's horrified witness, the invaders raged on. When the ugly omen appeared in the desert, the usurpers took no heed. There in the place of Dilmun, the great gods assembled. The great gods assembled in Dilmun. Nehursag delivered the charge before Enki, and the fate of the peoples was sealed. The Roman poet Virgil refers to this belief when he depicts Aeneas as escaping the fall of Troy, coming to Latium to found a line descending to Romulus, first king of Rome. In Sardinia, archaeological remains suggest the presence of sea people. You can see some strange symbols if you look at the Neregic Sardinians. There's some very strange weapons and very advanced things. The Sumerians referred to the gods as the Din-Jir, which when spelled out resembles a multi-stage rocket. The ancient Egyptians also depict such a vehicle in the pharaoh's ascent to heaven. This is a Celtic helmet with coral and bronze decorations. This was found around 400 BC in a tomb in southern Italy. As you can see, a horned helmet again. So the pre-Roman Italians, or the Pleiadians, all had horned helmets. This goes to the Samnite warriors, South Italiac. These were all Pleiadians, and it was all around the same time around 400 BC.